Beneath the blazing sun of southern Jordan, hidden among rose-colored cliffs and deep canyons, lies one of the most extraordinary cities ever carved into stone. This is Petra, the fabled lost city, a place of mystery, grandeur, and astonishing human ingenuity. For centuries it remained hidden from the eyes of the Western world, whispered about in legend and rumor. But long before it was rediscovered in the 19th century, Petra was a thriving metropolis, a nexus of trade, culture, and religion. Today we travel back through the shifting sands of time to uncover the story of this remarkable ancient city. Welcome to Tides of Memory, where the past isn't forgotten. My name is Tom. This is part 1 of the history of the 7 New World Wonders of the world. If you like this topic, don't forget to check out the other videos on my channel. Petra's story begins not with stone, but with people. The Nabateans, an Arab nomadic tribe, emerged around the 4th century BCE. They were traders, skilled in navigating the deserts and mountains of Arabia. As trade routes expanded and the demand for goods like frankincense, myrrh, and spices grew, the Nabateans found themselves perfectly positioned to take control of the commerce that flowed through the region. Petra, nestled in a valley surrounded by rugged terrain, offered both protection and proximity to key caravan routes. It was here, amid the crimson rocks, that the Nabateans began to build their capital. By the 1st century BCE, Petra had transformed from a modest stop along trade routes into a flourishing city. It was unlike any other in the ancient world. The Nabateans didn't simply build their city, they carved it directly into the sandstone cliffs. Towering facades, elaborate tombs, and intricately detailed temples emerged from the rock, their surfaces glowing with hues of pink, gold, and red at sunrise and sunset. Perhaps the most iconic of these is Al-Khazne, or the Treasury, a monumental structure that greets visitors as they emerge from the narrow Sick Gorge. Its Greek-style columns and decorative reliefs tell a story of a people who absorbed and adapted the artistic styles of their trading partners, blending Hellenistic, Egyptian, and Mesopotamian influences into a unique architectural language. But Petra was more than a stone spectacle. It was a marvel of engineering. The city was built in a place with little natural water, yet the Nabateans devised an intricate system of dams, cisterns, and aqueducts to collect and manage rainfall. This innovation allowed them not only to survive but to thrive, supporting a population that may have reached 20,000 at its height. Gardens bloomed, fountains flowed, and travelers from across the known world arrived bearing silk, ivory, incense, and tales from distant lands. Religious life in Petra was as rich as its architecture. The Nabateans practiced a polytheistic religion, worshipping deities such as Dushara, the chief god, and Al-Uzza, a goddess of fertility and protection. Temples and high places of sacrifice dotted the hills, where rituals were performed beneath the open sky. Yet, just as with their architecture, the Nabateans embraced the influences of other cultures. Over time, their pantheon absorbed Greco-Roman deities, and their inscriptions appear in multiple languages, reflecting a cosmopolitan society open to the world. Despite its splendor, Petra's golden age was not to last. In 106 CE, the Roman Empire annexed Nabatea and absorbed Petra into the province of Arabia Petraea. While the city retained some of its importance under Roman rule, the dynamics of trade were shifting. Sea routes became increasingly dominant, and Petra's position along overland trade routes began to diminish in value. Natural disasters also played a role. Earthquakes in the 4th and 6th centuries dealt severe blows to the city's infrastructure. Gradually, the population dwindled and Petra faded into obscurity, known only to local Bedouin tribes. For more than 1,000 years, Petra lay largely forgotten by the outside world. That changed in 1812, when Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt, disguised as a Muslim pilgrim, persuaded a guide to take him to the legendary ruins. What he saw stunned him. Massive temples, tombs, and statues emerging from the cliffs, silent witnesses to a long-lost civilization. Burckhardt's discovery ignited global fascination with Petra, drawing archaeologists, adventurers, and later tourists to uncover its secrets. Since then, excavation and research have continued to reveal the city's complexity. Beneath the visible monuments lie layers of history yet to be fully understood. Entire neighborhoods remain buried, their stories still hidden beneath the sand. Scholars debate the true extent of Petra's political and economic influence, and how the Nabateans managed to forge a kingdom of such sophistication with no written historical records of their own. Yet perhaps it is this very mystery that gives Petra its enduring allure. In 1985, Petra was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized for its outstanding cultural value, and in 2007 it was named one of the new 7 wonders of the world. But for the people of Jordan and for the Bedouin families who have called the region home for generations, Petra is more than a tourist destination. It is a living heritage, a symbol of resilience and creativity etched into the very heart of the desert. As the sun sets over the jagged cliffs of Wadi Musa, the ancient city glows with a warm, amber light. Shadows stretch across the carved facades, whispering of kings, merchants, priests, and pilgrims who once walked these paths. Petra endures not just as a monument to the past, but as a reminder of what human vision and determination can create, even in the harshest of landscapes. So next time you see the iconic image of the treasury framed by the narrow gorge, remember, you're not just looking at a rock-cut facade, you're peering into a forgotten kingdom, one whose legacy still pulses quietly through the canyons of time. This is Petra, lost for centuries, never forgotten, forever carved in memory. Thank you for watching Tides of Memory. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more historical deep dives into the tides of history. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel for more content like this. And as always, stay curious.